Those who have suffered the wrath of the Prinzessin of Utailong have not known to live for long. Hey guys, Sarnik here from TGG and welcome back to another build guide. Today I'll be looking at Amy, the Prinzessin of Utailong, or the Princess of Condemnation. My favorite character and the character that I've mained since I started this game. Let's take a look into her build. She is currently the best electric character in the game. If you say Raiden, I'll shoot you. But yeah, let's take a look at her build. So, she's level 90 out of 90. First level 90 character, obviously. With 2169 attack and 19 elemental mastery. Elemental mastery is a bit low. I don't care. I've been farming her artifacts for ages. I've got a crit rate food on, so don't worry about it. So she says 55% crit rate, 126% crit damage, 142 energy recharge, and why do I have Dendro Res? I don't even understand. And 61.6% electro damage bonus. Her weapon of choice is the R3 Rust because I do not have a freaking stringless after playing this game for over a year. I could use Thundering Pulse on her, but no. She's running a 2-piece Thundering Fury and a 2-piece Shimenawa. The artifacts are kind of crappy. 14 attack, energy recharge, crit damage. That's pretty good. Goblet, it's not the greatest. Like, I could run other stuff, but I need that energy recharge. Again, it's subpar. Sands, again, not too great. But the feather and the flower are amazing. Energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage. Elemental mastery on this, sadly, is the only elemental mastery I have. 9 crit rate, 20 crit damage. So, yeah. Constellation 6. I got her Constellation 6 back in January on the Albedo banner. Sadly, she hasn't had a rate up in a while, so. Talents, 10, 10, 10. I have triple crowned her. Because, yes. So, this is going to be a pure build. Again, everyone can get an R1 Rust or an R5 Hama Yumi with enough time. Again, R5 Hama Yumi is pretty much going to be the same thing as like a R3, R4 Rust. So, don't worry about it. Yes, I am. You could use Elegy on her, but it's not really that great. You could use Amos Bow on her, but like the only thing it has going for it is the attack percentage. Almost Bow could be good for her, but like it's a 5-star. All these are 5 stars, and like not everyone has them, so I'm gonna stick with Rust. Plus, it's the weapon I've been using on her since I got her back on October 31st, 2020. Let's take a look at her with this build. I'm going to be running Bennett, Fischl, Jingqiu, and Zhongli. So Jingqiu for Electrocharge and Bennett to boost the damage. Let's go do the 4 Ruin Guard thing. So, if you don't know, there's a challenge over here where you fight 4 Ruin Guards at once. I am going to do this with only Fischl, Bennett, and Jingqiu. I'm going to use Zhongli for shield, but I'm going to use a pure Fischl main DPS setup. People are like, oh, you shouldn't use Fischl as a main DPS. Well, screw you. This game is so easy that you can use whoever you want. You could turn Amber, freaking Amber, into a main DPS unit, and she would still shine. With like 30k damage per chart shot. Like, don't worry about it. Alright, let's head over to the 4 Ruin Guards and go kill them. Dare me to do what? Build Amber? I could if I wanted to. I just don't want to. Because, like, you know, talent levels and all that stuff is expensive. But alright, let's go kill some Ruin Guards. I might eventually, but alright, let's go kill 4 Ruin Guards. No. Now, notice I do have a crit rate food on. So, just don't worry about that, you know? I've got to dodge some missiles. Okay, let's pop a Bennett alt. Do that. Pop a Zhongli alt. As you can see, I'm not really having too much struggle. Except for this little turd who decided to turn into a tornado. These are level 90 enemies. Yeet. Oh, I didn't even get hit a single time. What do you mean you suck? But yeah. Again, for a build with somewhat crappy artifacts, even though I've been farming for a freaking year, she does pretty darn good. Like, if we're just taking into account physical damage, so that's what shield characters are for. So I'm going to replace her goblet here with, let me see if I can find it. Doesn't Razor have it? Yes, physical damage goblet. I'm going to run her with the physical damage setup. I do not have a, I don't have a Pale Flame set. This is just going to be her with pure physical damage. Go away quests. I'm just going to go fight some random enemies. Like, you know? She's not the most incredible damage dealer in the game, but again, you don't need an incredible damage dealer unless you're doing Abyss 12. And nobody cares about Abyss 12. So, let's go over here and find some Fatui. Probably. Oh, it's a Ruin Hunter. I'm going to use Bennett and Zhongli. I'm only going to use physical damage. This guy right here is a Ruin Hunter, which has resistance against physical damage. I'm still hitting 7,000. This is a C1 Fischl. You cast your skill. It does 19-something thousand damage and instant kills the thing. That didn't even hit a crit. My normal team that I use is actually, I use Yoimi as my main DPS, but that's just because, you know, freaking... No! That was Fischl's C1 at work. None of her constellations did anything else except for her C1. Her C1 makes her viable as a main DPS. When Oz is not active, you attack twice every single time you do a normal attack. The second attack does 22% of your attack as damage. Her C6 is when Oz is active and it fires an electro particle every single time. Oh, that's a Ruin Grader. Let me, She's an amazing character. Let me swap my artifact back, because I want it back. And let's go fight this thing. Because why the heck not? Whack. Slap. Let's recharge this. Cast the burst. And look at that damage. He's already dead. Look at that. That literally trivializes all the content in the game. If you want to see my Bennett's build, I'm literally running a Festering Desire. He is C6, C5. I'm not doing a C6, but like... he's not even optimized. His skill's like level 7. His burst is like level 7. And my Jing Cho, he's got like sure he has a maxed out sack sword, but he's running a 4-piece Heart of Depth. His skills are like really low level, and like he is not very much crit, and he has a crap load of energy recharge. That's pretty much it. My Bennett also has a crap load of energy recharge. But like, they're not really optimal builds. Again, none of my builds are entirely optimized because I just don't grind artifacts very much. And when I do grind artifacts, I'm very unlucky. Let's fight 3 of these boys. I'm not even going to charge a skill. I'm just going to... Look at this. Fischl main DPS. Don't even need Bennett. And, like, Fischl doesn't even have a decent artifact set. Like, you have to run, like, a two-piece Gladiator, two-piece Thundering Fury on her. Like Zhao. Zhao needs a two-piece Viridescent, two-piece Shimenawa, or Shimenawa and Gladiator do the same exact thing. Just to show you here, two-piece Shimenawa, 18% attack, two-piece Gladiator, 18% attack. So, yeah, like, well, she's not really that much better with Thundering Pulse because her crit rate is so mediocre, but that's just because my artifacts are not that great because I can't get good ones. But yeah, would I recommend Fischl? Would I recommend everyone to triple crown Fischl? Probably not, but I mean, if you want to use Fischl, you go right ahead. And by the way, the only skill you really have to crown on Fischl is her skill, because even if you use your burst to summon, it summons your skill. So it doesn't use the burst multipliers for your skill, it uses the skill. The burst is only for the damage when you cast your skill. And if you really want damage from your burst, you want to get her C4, which does an extra 222% of your attack, including crit. And electro damage, of course. But yeah, Fischl's constellations are pretty crazy, but even at C0, Fischl is still pretty crazy. Like, I mean, again, she's the best electro character in the game. She's one of the best batteries, and she's one of the only support characters that support can stay on this field 100% of the time. Her and Albedo, I think, are the only two to have 100% uptime, as long as you have enough energy recharge, of course, because as you saw, the moment if you use your burst, then by the time you use your skill, after your burst is gone, your burst is back up after your skill's over. So, Fischl is my favorite character, as you can see by the character archive. Oh, screw you. As you can see by the character archive, right here, I got her on October 31st, 2020, and I got Amber on October 19th, 2020. Hello, Tofu. Fischl is my main. I've been using her for well over a year. I mained her some main DPS for well over 6 months before I got to AR50. And yeah, I would recommend her to pretty much everyone. Sadly, she hasn't been on a rate up in quite a long time. But if she ever is, roll for her, man. Go right ahead. Anyways, I hope you guys found this video informative, and I hope that you choose to build Fischl for yourselves. A lot of people look over bow characters and say, ew, they're bow characters, I hate them, but they're actually quite good. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Sahironica, out.